My Weird School Special, Book Number 6. Oh, Valentine, We've Lost Our Minds. Written by Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Pelot. Chapter 4. Lunch with Pierre. We walked in single file to the vomitorium. It used to be called the cafetorium, but then some first grader threw up in there, and it's been the vomitorium ever since. "Ooh, sit next to me, Pierre," begged Andrea. "No, sit next to me," begged Alexia. "Can I sit next to you, Pierre?" begged Emily. "I asked him first," said Andrea. All the girls were fighting over who would get to sit next to Pierre. That's good. They wouldn't be bothering us at our table for a change. "I will sit next to all of you, lovely ladies," said Pierre. "Maybe you can teach me some English." "And maybe you can teach us some French," said Andrea, giggling. The guys and I sat down at our table. The girls crowded around Pierre at the next table. "I hope I get to visit Paris someday," said Andrea, who was all goo-goo eyes. "It's so romantic." "Maybe I will take you there someday, Andrea," said Pierre. "Ooh," went all the girls. Andrea was all giggly and red-faced. We took out our lunches. We all watched as Pierre opened his backpack. I was sure he was going to pull out a bunch of frogs' legs and snails and French onion soup and other stinky, gross stuff they eat in France. "I have a baguette," Pierre said. "What's that?" I asked. "A little bag?" But Pierre pulled out this giant bread thing. It was like 2 feet long. I bet that thing is the longest bread in the history of the world. You could have a sword fight with that bread. "Wow," everybody said, which is Mom upside down. Pierre also took out some more of his stinky cheese. He never runs out of that stuff. Pierre broke off pieces of bread and cheese and handed them around to the girls. The guys and I ate our lunch without saying anything. We were trying to listen to what they were saying at the next table. "Pierre, what is this called in French?" Andrea asked as she held up a piece of cheese. "That is fromage," Pierre replied. "Fromage is the French word for cheese." "How do you say napkin?" Emily asked, holding up her napkin. "Serviette," said Pierre. "How do you say fish?" asked Alexia. "Fish is poisson," said Pierre. "That sounds like poison," all the girls said, giggling uncontrollably. "Oh, Pierre, you are simply adorable," said Andrea. The girls were all laughing their heads off, even though Pierre didn't say anything funny. "I don't like Pierre," I finally whispered to the guys. "Me neither," said Michael. "I think you're jealous of him, AJ," whispered Neil the nude kid. "Me? Jealous?" I said. "I'm not jealous of him." Well, maybe I was a little jealous of Pierre. He was really handsome and he had a cool French accent, and the girls were giving him all the attention. "You're jealous that Andrea likes Pierre," said Neil. "I am not," I said. "I can't stand Andrea." "Ooh," Ryan said. "AJ says he can't stand Andrea. They must be in love. When are you and Andrea gonna get married?" asked Michael. If those guys weren't my best friends, I would hate them. Chapter 5. Girls Are Weird. After lunch, we went out to the playground for recess. Michael grabbed a football, and we started throwing it back and forth. "Hey, Pierre," yelled Ryan. "Wanna throw the football with us?" "Mercy, but no," said Pierre. "I don't know how to play." "We can teach you," said Neil the nude kid. "Play with us, Pierre," begged Andrea. "Ooh, yes," begged all the girls. "Play with us, please." Pierre ran over to the girls. They were playing hopscotch and jacks and jump rope and other girly games we refused to play. I kept looking over at the girls while we threw the football back and forth. "You are so much fun, Pierre," Andrea shouted as she hopscotched. "The boys never want to play with us." After we got tired of throwing the football around, me and the guys sat down on the grass to watch the girls playing with Pierre. "Look at that guy," he said. "He actually looks like he's having fun playing with the girls." "And they're all making goo-goo eyes at him," said Ryan. We watched Pierre and Andrea go over to the swings together. That's when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. Pierre took off his jacket. Well, that's not the amazing part. I'm sure Pierre takes off his jacket all the time. The amazing part was what he did with his jacket. There was a puddle of water in front of one of the swings. After Pierre took off his jacket, he put it down on the ground over the puddle, right in the water. Then he made a deep bow, and Andrea stepped on the jacket to get to the swing. What? Me and the guys couldn't believe our eyes. Andrea could have just walked around the puddle to get to the swing, but Pierre ruined a perfectly good jacket, so Andrea wouldn't have to walk a couple of feet. "Oh, Pierre," I heard Andrea say, "you are so gallant." I'm not sure, but I guess gallant means a guy who throws clothes into puddles of water. We all watched Andrea and Pierre swing on the swings. They were talking to each other for a long time, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. Bring, bring, bring. Recess was over. We lined up to go back inside the school. All the girls ran over to Andrea. "You won't believe what happened," Andrea told them. "Pierre just told me I am his special Valentine." "Eek!" all the girls screamed. "Not only that," Andrea said, "but he asked me to go out for ice cream with him after school today." "Eek! You are the luckiest girl in the whole world," said Emily. "I wish Pierre would invite me out for ice cream," said Alexia, who used to be cool before Pierre showed up. "I can't believe you and Pierre are going on a date," said Emily. "It's not a date," Andrea told the girls. "It's just ice cream." "It's an ice cream date," screamed Emily. "Eek! Don't be silly," said Andrea. "Pierre and I are just friends." "But he's a boy," Emily said. "So that means Pierre is your boyfriend." Eek! Girls are weird. Chapter 6. The greatest idea in the history of the world. The ice cream shop has the best ice cream in town. After school, me and the guys decided to go over there so we could spy on Andrea and Pierre. But we didn't want to go inside the ice cream shop. We watched what was going on from across the street. It was cool. We were like secret agents. Neil got a pair of binoculars for his birthday, so he was our lookout as we hid in the bushes. A few minutes after we arrived, Andrea and Pierre showed up. We watched them go inside the ice cream shop and sit in a booth near the window. "What are they doing?" I asked Neil as he peered through the binoculars. "It looks like he's giving her a card or something," Neil reported. "It's probably some mushy love poem," I said. "It's his special Valentine." A few minutes passed. "What are they doing now?" asked Ryan. "He's giving her a stuffed animal," reported Neil. "She's giggling and acting all girly." "A stuffed animal?" said Michael. "Where did he get a stuffed animal?" "From Rent a Stuffed Animal," I told him. "You can rent anything." "What are they doing now?" Michael asked a few minutes later. "They're eating ice cream," Neil reported. "It looks like strawberry." "Strawberry?" We were all bummed out. It didn't bother us that Pierre was with Andrea. It bothered us that they were eating ice cream and we were hiding in the bushes across the street. And I love strawberry. We were also bummed out because the next day was going to be Valentine's Day. We would have to make cards and read poems and talk about the L word all day. It was going to be horrible. "Let's get out of here," I said to the guys. "That Pierre is one smooth operator," Michael said as we walked down the street. "He probably likes the L word," I said. "He loves love," said Neil. "I hate love." "Pierre thinks he is so great," Ryan complained. "All the girls are making goo-goo eyes at him," said Ryan. "Even Alexia likes him," said Michael, "and she used to be cool." "We can't let that French pastry make us look bad," said Ryan. We all laughed because Ryan called Pierre a French pastry. "Yeah, we can't let that French pastry push us around," said Neil. "That's right," I said. "We should teach Pierre a lesson." "Yeah," said Ryan. "What do you think we should—" Ryan didn't get the chance to finish his sentence because you'll never believe in 1,100,000 years who came running over to us. It was Pierre. "Hey guys," he said. "Why aren't you out eating ice cream with Andrea?" asked Michael. "She's your special Valentine, right?" "Andrea had to go to her, how do you say, clog dancing class," Pierre replied. "Can I hang out with you guys for a while? Maybe I can practice my English with you." I didn't want to be Pierre's English teacher. I looked at Ryan. Ryan looked at Michael. Michael looked at Neil. Neil looked at me. I looked at Pierre, and that's when I came up with the greatest idea in the history of the world. "Sure, Pierre," I said. "There are lots of English words and expressions that they don't teach you in school." "Like what?" asked Pierre. "Like vomit," I said. "It means you have a good feeling. So if you really like somebody, you tell them that they make you vomit." "That's a good word," said Pierre. "Tell me another one." The guys were all trying hard not to laugh. "Well, in America we call candy snot," I told Pierre. People really like eating snot. Or finding snot in their pocket, added Ryan. Or getting snot in their lunchbox, added Michael. I love eating snot, said Neil. I see, said Pierre. So I could ask a girl if she wants some of my snot? Sure, I said. Girls love it when you share your snot with them. We made up all kinds of other rude expressions and taught Pierre how to say them. It was hilarious. Maybe Valentine's Day won't be so bad after all.